You're not really investing in countries as much as you are investing in companies. And I think this is really important to know that we're
Yeah.
not investing in countries, we're investing in companies. And quite often, you'd be surprised to see sort of like the dynamics between these companies and how it plays out. And I'll just give a quick example. If you look at AI, there's no doubt in my mind that the company that most people today associate with the success of AI is NVIDIA. And NVIDIA has been just an amazing company. They design chips that are used in AI data centers, and they're just amazing. Well, it turns out that NVIDIA basically just designs the chips. They have no manufacturing facility. And in the entire world on this planet, there's only one single company that has a factory where those most advanced chips can be made. Not 10, one. And they
Hmm.
have to fight for factory space at that particular shop. And that is an investment in an emerging markets country. And the company is called Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing Corporation, TSMC. And without them, NVIDIA would have nothing to sell. You're like a baker without a kitchen. It's really hard. Within the kitchen, there's an amazingly specialized oven. There's a machine on the floor of TSMC that is incredibly sophisticated. It took decades to perfect. In fact, there's one single company in the world that can make that machine, not two, just one single one. And that is an investment in an international developed market in the Netherlands, to be specific. And that company is called ASML. So it is interesting that in this global value chain, you can limit yourself only to the US, but you're missing the fact that, who holds the cards?